Welcome, friends, to Grammar with Archie. Today, on our journey on syntax of modern English, we're going to be talking about a concept called rank shifting. But before we go on, I'd like to introduce you to the grammatical category in systemic grammar. Systemic grammar tells you that there are four categories to consider grammar from. One, from the unit category, then the structure category, class, and then systems. While unit talks about the basic makeup or build-up of different categories, structure talks about the patterns, right? Class talks about the groupings, and system talks about choice, right? Therefore, the whole concept of rank shifting will be considered under the unit category. Now, in the rank scale, there are five units, with the sentence being the largest unit, the clause being the next unit, the group or the phrase being the third unit, the word, and then the morpheme. The morpheme is the smallest unit of grammatical description, while the sentence is the largest or the highest unit of grammatical description. So morphemes come together to give you words, words come together to give you groups of phrases come together to give you clauses, and then clauses come together to give you sentences. So we would say the sentence is the highest grammatical rank and the morpheme is the lowest grammatical rank. But for the sake of grammar, we're going to be considering the word level up onto the sentence level. The morpheme level is based in the morphological part of language study. So this considers morphology, while grammar as it is would have the four of the sentence, clause, group, phrase. These two units are the major consideration here. When a group functions within another group, it is said to be called a rank shifted group. When a clause functions within another clause, it is said to be called a rank shifted group. These are the two areas or consideration or categories. I want you to understand that morphemes come together to give words, words come together to give groups, groups come together to give clauses, and clauses come together to give sentences. For instance, faith plus the morpheme full, the bound morpheme full, free morpheme, bound morpheme come together to give the word faithful. Two words such as faithful plus man could give a group a faithful man, several groups such as a faithful man who eats every day. So we can make this a definitive article: the faithful man who eats every day. Then this can be added to another clause to make a sentence, where we have the faithful man who eats every day is my father. So observe that morphemes, being the smallest unit, grow up to the category of sentences, where morphemes come together to give words, words come together to give groups, groups clauses, and then clauses sentences. That is, this unit would operate under this unit, then this operates under this, then this operates under this. That is what we call the grammatical rank scale. Right. When the concept of rank shifting comes up, it is when one rank stops functioning in the capacity of the superordinate rank and then functions within that same category, such as when a group, instead of coming together to give clauses, functions within group category. Instead of clauses coming together to give sentences, function within sentence. That is, a clause functions within a clause, a group functions within a group, or a clause drops its rank and functions within a group. That is the concept of rank shifting, where the grammatical rank scale, right, loses an item in the grammatical rank scale loses its value, loses its function, and functions in a lower category or the same category of grammatical units. That is what we call rank shifting, such as the shift from a group. Instead of functioning in a class, the group is shifting its role and functioning within another group. Or instead of a clause functioning within a sentence, a clause is shifting its role and functioning within another clause or going down to the position of a group. That is a concept called rank shifting. I hope you got that. I'd like to remind you of elements of clause structure because we'll need this in the analysis of rank shifted clauses or groups. Right. The clause is made up of 5 items: the subject, the predicator, the object, the complement, and the adjunct. Where the predicator is the mandatory item, while the other items are not mandatory. That is, for a clause to be, there has to be the predicator, which is the verb. Therefore, it is ideal to note that when we have a subject, our subject is mostly the noun clause or the noun phrase. Our object is mostly the noun clause or the noun phrase. Our complement could be a noun clause, a noun phrase, or an adjectival clause. Our adjunct is mostly an adverbial phrase or an adverbial clause. Prepositional phrases could function here as well. Because it is on this level that we'll realize most of our rank shifted clauses or groups. Now let's go back to our concept of rank.